face a 3rd and 2. Here's Keenum to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Keenum, got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st down, Keenum looking left side, and he's got him in. That's McKenzie. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Flag 22! Flag 22! Tiger, tiger, tiger! Tiger, tiger, tiger!
Watson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tiger, tiger, tiger!
Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Down. Flag 22. Flag 22.
First throw in OT for Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Down. Blue ready. Blue ready.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And coming out now, the Broncos. Their defense did its job. Got to stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Keenum with his first throw in OT. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now what can Keenum do with his drive? It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, it's Keenum. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Keenum again. Looking deep for Julio. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.